Hey guys, welcome to my tutorial for making your new YouTube 2012 March layout look pretty snazzy. See, I don't really like this layout. I know a lot of people will agree with me. The old one was much better, much more customizable, but this one we're going to have to deal with. So I'm going to help you through this little ordeal with Photoshop. Now I've got a template for this background here, which you can download in the description. Yep, so let's get started. Once you've downloaded your template, open it up in Photoshop. First thing I'm going to do is make a new layer. Bring it down here, and that's going to be my background. This is obviously going to be the dialog box. You don't have to change anything about this because it will actually be overlaid with this one, which makes this this layout not so good in my opinion. So on the default, you can't change any of this at the moment. I'm not sure if you will in the future, but this is quite pale, so I'm going to make a contrast with quite a dark colour. So I've already got some red here and some black. Zoom out 25, go on my bottom layer, and I'm going to go use the gradient tool and the little radial gradient. Click somewhere in the middle of my screen and drag out. I'm going to hold shift as well so it's nice and straight. Drag out to the top, and there's a little nice gradient there for our background. Right, I'm going to zoom in 75%. I'm going to use on my zoom because if you use a regular browser size, or yeah, your default will always be like this, 75%. You won't see the whole of these borders unless you've changed your settings. So most people haven't changed their settings. I haven't, because I prefer it like this. So they'll only see up to here. So say I put my logo from here, but I wanted to make it really big, so it filled the whole of this. You don't really want to do that because you'll only see a little bit of it, unless that's what you're going for. But today we're not. So you've got your background. You might want to put some text in. So I'm going to put my channel name, Instinct Arts. Let me see that there. I'll just change the colour, highlight all of this, change that to white so you can see, or maybe pale red. I'm only making this basic, guys, so you can see what to do. You can spend a lot more time than me. I'm just rushing. Right there, I just held Control T, and I'm going to rotate it, drag it round. You want it exactly, actually, minus 90 degrees up here. You see this little thing? So minus 90, press enter, then press enter again when you click this little thing over here. Drag it to about here. This is what you'll see, remember, so you can make it as big as you want, but I'll just leave it like that at the moment. And you can add whatever you want, really. You can put more like brushes in. I'm going to add a blood splat. That's what I would never use. This background is horrible. I prefer simple things, or sleek kind of designs. Yeah, put a couple of blood splats, one there. And I'd recommend Brush Easy, the website Brush Easy, to download brushes, because you can get some great brushes and they're all free. So yeah, almost finished. Just one more thing. I'm going to make this fade out to black, so I'm going to zoom out. Add a new layer. Make my primary colour black. And choose the gradient tool. Come up here. Click black to transparent, this one, in your presets. And click right at the bottom. Make sure it's inside the page a tiny little bit. Doesn't matter how much. And then drag up. Hold shift while you're dragging. And then drag it to about there, then let go. Oh no, see, schoolboy error, classic schoolboy error. Got to change it to linear first, don't want to do a radial one. Click there, hold shift, drag up to about halfway, and there you are. that makes it fade out nicely to black, so you don't have a cut-off point where it goes from colour to black. Might see my one fades out all the way. It just fades to black. And I would use black. You can use other colours, but it's not as customizable as it used to be. And plus, I just think it looks nice with the black. You can play around with it, see what you like. You can use any colours. You don't have to use red. You don't have to use blood splats. For God's sake, don't use blood splats because they look disgusting. Yeah, so almost ready to save it. Yeah, so go File, Save for Web and Devices. Make sure you click that, and you want it to be a PNG image. Now YouTube says, I think it wants about 250k file size, but that's a lie. It's actually anything under a megabyte, I think. Usually that will come under PNG 8 depending on how much you actually have going on in your composition. We don't have very much, so you see down here it will say how much it's going to take up, and use PNG 24 if it's going to say it's taking less than a megabyte, but if it doesn't, then use PNG 8. I'm just going to use that anyway, and then I'll click save it wherever you want. I'm going to pretend that that's that, and I'm not going to save because that's what I want. And once it's saved, you can open up your YouTube channel. I'm going to do it on my personal gaming channel. Well, my gaming channel, this one's my personal channel. But yeah, you see, I'm going to let it load. This is my background on this channel. And you'll click Edit Channel. And right here, you'll choose your file, choose your background colour for black, and it should load like this and be very snazzy. And I hope this has helped you out, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and like, subscribe, do what you like. Follow me on Twitter if you like. There'll be links in the description for everything you need, and any questions, leave a comment. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you soon.